What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Warplan stream, Warplan Pacific stream, that is. I'm gonna continue where I last left off, and that's doing the Doolittle raid. So I'm gonna get some airtime here. Hopefully, you guys are staying motivated today, staying hydrated. Gotta make sure okay, cool. Just want to make sure I have the chat there, so I check in on it every so often. So I did some research on why this Doolittle raid wasn't going as planned. It says that aircraft have a movement of 3 that it can attack. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know. That seems... I don't know. I thought I did further air attacks, but I guess not. So I'm gonna go here, and I should hit Tokyo at that point. Okay. I guess I screwed up. I guess maybe, I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So you can... Okay, cool. Alright, so it's a hex of 3, I guess. That the farthest you can attack. So I'm definitely gonna do this now. Oh, wait, hold on for a second here. Carrier group has an attack strength of 2. Tactical 4. I wonder why my stats here are different. Strategic, it says 0. Tactical 1. I guess maybe my air groups are not at 100%. Maybe that's the reason why. Either way, I'm not going to really do any damage on Tokyo. I know I'm not going to, but it's just to get these guys away from this area here. The Mississippi. I got a crazy ton of battleships, man. Yes, 3rd Corps. And then what is this? This is a 32nd ID. I can mix it with another infantry division. Can I? Is it Alt? Yes. There we go. 10 out of 11. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely need to get more American divisions. I got nobody for the coast. See, this is where the militia comes in handy. So in the World War II, they had state militia units. They were also called state defense forces, and they protected the coast. They did the job of the National Guard at home while the National Guard went overseas. And I do that a lot in Hearts of Iron until they took out the militia unit. But I think in Hearts of Iron 3 was the last one they actually put a militia unit in there. In Hearts of Iron 4, they just did away with it, which I don't know why. But it would be awesome just to have those units that would be, relatively very cheap to have. Maybe like, I would say 10 production points, and just put them in the major cities. Because I always worry that, there might be a crazy nuthead like me, which I've done this. I forgot what game I was playing with my buddy. I was playing, I think I was playing Bob, and Bob was kicking the crap out of me, and he was like, toward the Mariana Island. So he was winning, and I took whatever carriers I had, and transports and everything, and I crossed the sea, the whole Pacific Ocean, and I landed, I think 2 or 3 armies here, and, or it might have been during a stream, I don't know. Anyway, I landed a whole bunch of troops here, and... I pissed him off, I believe. I remember he got shocked by that. Yeah, I remember I was just like, you didn't expect that, did you? And he was like, no, I didn't. And eventually he killed out my units. But I do like doing that stuff. It actually halted his invasion plan, so it kind of delayed him a little bit. So, $72. Can I get anything that's cheaper? $60. Alright. I'll build 2. In fact, I'll build 3. Oh wow, that was the Growler. That's cool. The Growler is a sub. It's actually docked in Manhattan right now, and it's right next to the Intrepid. And I always loved going on that submarine. It's freaking awesome. I'll never forget, guys. I was I don't know how old I was, maybe 12 or 13, and this was like the beginning days of the internet. This was like, I don't know, late 90s or something. And I was browsing through the internet. This was before like Google. And I found a link and it said USS Intrepid and it said New York City. And I'm like, what the frack? I was like, that's weird. And it said museum or something on it. And I clicked it and it took me to, you know, an old 90s website. And it had like USS Intrepid docked at 43rd Street or something like that. You know, 12th Avenue. And I'm like, wait, there's an aircraft carrier in New York City, a museum aircraft carrier. And I read a little bit and it said SX class carrier, which are my favorite carriers. And I was like, nah. So like I put on whatever clothes I could. My mom was like, where you going? I was like, I don't know. There's an aircraft carrier in New York City. Have you ever heard of anything? She was like, no. I was like, well, it says it's on 12th Avenue. I'm going to go check this out. And I went there. And I remember I was walking from Times Square to 12th Avenue. And as I was walking, like it was kind of going up a hill. And then as I peaked the crest of the hill, I was going down. And somehow the Intrepid just kind of like came from above the ground, right? And I was just like, it just took my breath away. I was just like, wow. And I actually took pictures. I got like that freaking, you know, those cameras, the disposable cameras that used to have back in the day where you used to like zzz, zzz, and then click, and then it didn't even have, most of them didn't even have a flash on them. I remember getting a whole bunch of photos and then going inside the Intrepid. Oh man, it was incredible. And then there was a submarine right next to it, the Growler, and I was like, wait. So I went inside the Growler, and it was my first time being aboard a sub, and it was an incredible experience. I love the smell too, which is kind of weird. I remember when I went with my mom and my ex-wife, they were like, yeah, there's a weird smell in here. I was like, yeah, I love it. But going on the Intrepid was freaking awesome. Walking among they had a whole bunch of aircraft on there that you see like on, you know, war films and historical archives, but actually be able to see it and be like a foot or two from it is just. And then I saw the SR-71 and I just like took my breath away. I was just like, wow, I love this plane. Actually, they still use it to this day, from what I understand. So yeah, it's freaking amazing, man. I'll tell you. Are you kidding me? Not enough logistics. Not enough logistics. Alright, I guess I gotta wait. Dang, okay. Well, whatever. Come on. So I'm assuming I attributed 4 and 3 were sunk in the South Pacific. That's what I'm assuming here. Alright. Why does this keep being lit? $71. I'm assuming I need to build more. Oh, that's why. All right. Come on, US, you have more freaking things. Gotta be at 42. All right, so I got all that done. Let's see what else. Crap. All right, cool. This is my, yep, 9th Corps, and I got my carriers here. I gotta be careful, man, because they got 6 carriers here. I don't even know how many in here, but I'm confident that the Devil Dogs on this island can hold it. Question is, let's hit him here, because I feel like there are transports in this one. Landing troops. Do it! Oh man, there is 5 CVs in this one. Are you telling me there are 11 carriers? You're out of your mind. There is no way there's 11 carriers. The Japanese do not have 11 carriers. If they do, I am so... I'm not in a good place. If they have 11 carriers. Definitely not in a good place. And I can't attack. Can I swap with you? No. Okay, you won already. All right, how are these ships here? Jeez, still in bad shape, man. Come on. Jeez. It's not going good. Damn, there's a sub. Maybe I could break away a destroyer. Alright. Next, I'm going to frack and attack you. Alright. What do we got here? Just a battleship. Alright, I guess there's nothing left for me to do except click and turn. Oh, I gotta deal with the Chinese. You guys can hold, right? Oh, wow. We kicked the crap out of the Japanese here, man. 4-1. I'm taking those odds. Hit him. Hit him. Can you do it one more time? There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, my units lost some defensive value, but I kicked the crap out of one of their divisions. I'll take that any day of the week. Not doing that. Attack where you can. And try to hold where you can't. Alright, I think I'm good. Alright, let's click and turn and cross them fingers. Got my black coffee here, all set. Oh, something happened. They disappeared. I bet you it worked. I bet you it worked. I bet you it worked. My neighbors are loud today. Okay, they moved out from here. I got a road open to Bangkok, which reminds, every time I see Bangkok, I always think of Hangover, the second movie. If you guys never saw that, it's hilarious. Oh man, they brought an army with 6 and 7. Oh man. Which means they can destroy this unit pretty easily. Yeah, we're not going to be able to take him out anytime soon. So one other interesting thing was I was at work yesterday and I was just browsing the web for a couple of minutes, and crap. My boys are holding. That's it, boys. Give them the cold steel. Man, these guys are going to get a promotion right there. Everybody go up a rank. You're really going to try to take out my troops here? Ain't going to happen. But yeah, I found out, this is weird. Check this out. So I went on my phone and I was trying to like download a video from YouTube to watch offline, because where I was going to take my lunch, like I got weak signal, so I was going to like watch a documentary on a game. And like it came out to like, it said you can do this, but it's going to cost $16.99 a month for this subscription to download videos. And I'm like, are you kidding me? $16.99 to be commercial free and have downloads off YouTube. I was like, that's freaking nuts. I don't know what kind of what they've been smoking, but no. And this is weird. But then when I went on their website, YouTube's website for their subscription, whatever they call it now, it used to be YouTube Red, but they call it a different name now. It said, I think it was like $10.99 or $11.99. I'm like, how all of a sudden is it lower on the website? And then I found out that if you are taking courses at a college, you can get it for like $6.99. So I signed up for that YouTube thing, and honestly, it's so weird because I'll go on YouTube expecting to watch a video, because you know how like when you click on a video, it has that 5-second thing, and you have to wait for the ad to finish 5 seconds, and you click skip ad. It's so weird for it just to go right into the video. Like, I'm always expecting clicking on something for the ads to pop up, and I'm just not used to it. Just definitely not used to it. My buddy was telling me he did YouTube Red a long time ago, and he says he got so used to not seeing ads on YouTube that he can't go back. So that's the one thing I'm worried about. So yeah, that's the... Yeah, that's the one thing I'm concerned about. Today's Mother's Day. I keep forgetting about it. I did my due diligence. I stopped by yesterday and I got the wife some flowers, and some gifts. But the weird thing about it is, so I got flowers for my wife at the store, right? And it was like $10 for like 6 roses, right? It's around $10, I think. And, for my mom, who still lives in Brooklyn, I obviously, not mailing flowers, so I have to call a local florist that, is around the block. So I called them, and I'm like, hey, how much for, I want to send some roses to my mom. She's on, this street, which is like a couple blocks away. And I was like, how much a dozen roses mixed, different colors and stuff like that? She was like, oh, it's going to be $65. And I'm like, I was like, all right, fine. It's my mom. Why not? Just, I'm not going to be cheap with my mom. My mom deserves the best, But I was just like, man, that is messed up, And I could call other places, but I know I've done this in the past. Like, I've been to different florists in Brooklyn, and they all charge a lot of money. Unlike on off season, when it's not a holiday, getting a dozen roses is like $30-$40. Like normal. It's just really weird. Like, you go to Target or like supermarket, whatever, right? You can get roses for like $10-$15. I went to Harrison Teeter, and they had roses for like, I don't know, $10-$15, right? Anytime. They don't go up during Valentine's Day or whatever. And I would just, pick them up if it's a special occasion or whatever. I just, like $40. I guess because it's Brooklyn and the rents are crazy, like my boy Will, I grew up with, he was on Humboldt, and he had to move. I forgot why, but he had to move out, and he was looking around Greenpoint for an apartment. And he does good for himself. Like, he's an accountant in the city, so he makes good money, and he has bank. And, he has bank. So he's, he has good money stashed away. And I remember I was having drinks with him. This is like, I don't know, 2018, when he was trying to find the place. And I was just like, how's the search going? And he was like, dude, I can't find anything. I'm like, are you serious? Like, dude, everywhere in Greenpoint, man, it's like 3,000 and up. And there's nothing at 3,000. That's like, you have to like compete for that one bedroom for 3,000. It's between 3,000 to 4,000, and there's like one apartment here and then one apartment there, and they're like 3,500 for this one, but there are other people in line for it, so you have to fight for it in terms of like, I guess, pay or whatever. I don't know how much you're gonna increase the rent, whatever. But he's like, yeah, I can't afford that. So he was looking in Queens, and you can get an apartment there for like $2,200, or I forgot how much it was, like 22, 23, something like that. I was just like, dude, are you kidding me? It was just, it just blew my mind. Somehow, some way, something happened that he got an apartment on a block away, actually the same block as where his parents live. Somehow, some way, an apartment got empty. I don't know what happened, if the person passed away or whatever, but he heard about it like the next day. He went up to the guy. He was like, hey, listen, I'll pay you right now whatever amount of months rent. And the guy gave him a good deal. It was like $2,000 or $2,100 or something like that per month, and it was a killing, because you can't get anything like that in Greenpoint. Greenpoint's the new, it's becoming like, I don't know if the Village. If you guys remember the Village in the 90s or 2000s, that's where like all the stuff was happening in the city, all the bars, clubs, and stuff like that. And then it moved to Brooklyn, specifically Williamsburg, and then Williamsburg's right next to Greenpoint. So the Frizzle, I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to find somebody to do a one-to-one game with, asking a couple of my buddies, but everybody got so much on their plate, so it's been hard to kind of get people to do a one-to-one game. I need to do that, but daggone. Maybe I could drop him behind the lines. If I drop the first corps and do a naval invasion here, I'm gonna need supply. But yeah, I was trying to find somebody to do a one-to-one game with, but Historical Gamer and Tortuga Power, I was trying to do one with them, but we haven't talked much. We haven't done a single malt strategy episode in like months. We were supposed to come out with one in March, back when War on the Sea came out, like I think a couple days after. I bought the game just for that episode. Like I spent 50, 40, whatever bucks on that game to do a review on it. Even though I was kind of like hesitant about the game. I heard like early reviews were like, and I was like, I'm not gonna drop in $40, but they were like, look, we want to do a review about it, let's talk about it. I'm like, all right. So I dropped $40, played it a bit, and so we did the review. We actually had a guest on the show. I forgot the name of the guy, something Sub, I don't know. He has a big YouTube channel. He has like 30k or 40k subscribers. I forgot his name. But anyway, he came on the show, and you know, I offered my take on the game. We all, and it was kind of like leaning mostly negative, I would say, for the reviews. We mentioned like bugs. There was a lot of bugs. I was mentioning this stuff that I didn't like, but you know, we finished the episode saying we're hopeful for the game. The developer, you know, is committed to future updates, and I said as long as he's committed to future updates, I'm hopeful for the game, and I'm glad I bought it, but it has to correct these bugs and this and that. Anyway, we were supposed to release that episode in March. Like 3 weeks later, I kept asking him, like, did you finish the edit? And he was like, no, I had this going on, I had that going on. And I was like, all right. So it was like a month later, and I was like, dude, we can't even publish this now because like most of these bugs that we talked about have been fixed, right? So like it's pointless. He says, yeah, I agree. And I was just like, I was kind of a little pissed off, because I was like, dude, I spent $40 on the game, took out time from like, you know, it was like we have the episode going on from midnight to like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So that's sleep for me, right? Like normally I would have to get up early the next day, like 6, 7 in the morning. So like not publishing that episode's like, all right, so well, all that time is kind of wasted, and just doing the game was kind of, buying the game and reviewing it was kind of wasted. So yeah, I wasn't, and we haven't really talked much since then. They mentioned something about doing a single malt strategy episode on what's going on with Paradox, but that didn't go anywhere. Can I add another one? Oh snap, I can add 4 to attack. Yeah, let's do this. Let's beat the crap out of this guy. I was hoping surrenders, but whatever, I'll take that. Shoot. If I move this guy here, and maybe move this guy down. Oh, I could put the first core there. Yeah, let's do this. Hold on, I'm just trying to think. This is all woods, right? Jungle, whatever. This is mechanized. I wonder if I'll get a penalty by moving off the road. Because I need to hit this guy. Or maybe I can move around the flank and hit Bangkok. And I could drop the first core here and have these units move forward. I have a unit there though. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Dang. Oh shit. I can't swap. Alright, that's alright. That's okay. But yeah, so that's where we are with cool. But that's where we are with single malt strategy. I can't move yet. What the frack? Is that an airbase? That looks like an airbase, right? I mean, isn't that the sign for an airbase? Why would there be an airbase there, though? Hold on, let me look at the bottom left. Yeah, it says airfield. That's weird. Why would there be an airfield there? Gotta make sure this lane is clear. Alright. Make sure they didn't hit me with anything. Oh snap, you can do that in a game? So if the UK is lacking merchant marines, US can fill in the void? That's pretty sick, I like that. Which fleet? 142, 53. Are you kidding me? Shit. Man. You guys are low on supply too, right? small port. So this is a bigger port. That's a big port. This is the only one that's a small one. I mean, there's an air base there. I know there's an air base there. It doesn't look like Tarawa has an air base. That's the weird thing. Wouldn't it have an air base? Ah, great. Looking at the bottom left, see what these things provide. It says 2, right, on the naval thing. This is 3. So this was a lot better port to take, right, because that's 3, 9 supply. Port supply 17 out of 60. I wish there was more information about, like, the islands. Alright. Carrier strike time. Boom shakalaka. Marine. No, those are not Marines. Those are Army. 2-1. All right, let's do it. Let's do it to it. Oh, shit. Attack. Ah, crap. That hurts quite a bit. Crap. That hurts. So, I mean, my plan worked. It's like the first plan that actually worked. I hit Tokyo. Their naval fleets left the area. I'm heading to frack out. That's what I'm talking about. I hit them. Their fleets are somewhere probably over here. Tokyo got hit. Or did I? I hit Tokyo, right? I don't know. Whatever. I think I did hit a Tokyo, or I forgot if I did. I don't know. Either way, my plan worked. You know, either I bombed it or they saw me there and they moved all their fleets in that direction. So either way, my plan worked. That was my whole plan. I guess the AI was actually thinking I was going to actually, I don't know, land troops or something. It was a Doolittle raid. Oh, man. My memory's been getting worse, man. I don't know what the heck's going on with it, man. I was trying to, like, figure out, like, what time I went to sleep last night. I'm like, I forgot. Like, I don't know if I passed out or what happened. I remember, like, I was eating and I was watching a movie and then, like, just nothing. And then I don't even remember, like, I just woke up today. I'm like, what time did I go to sleep? So I guess that's what happens when you're working like crazy hours. Alright, good. You're 21 out of 30. You're good. You're just going to get regular reinforcements. I need these guys to get it all. So everybody here is going to get reinforcements. Nobody else will. I need to prioritize that area. You will, but actually screw that. You're not getting any. You don't have really any units there that are going to threaten you. I definitely need this fixed. You're good. Yeah, definitely. You're good, actually. So what do the English need? Merchant Marines? Oh, they got a nice stockpile. Daggone. Oh, come on. Logistics is still at 40. Come on, Donnie. No. You're kidding me, right? Alright, I think I'm good there. You guys are being fixed? No. I'm going to move you guys to, maybe it's because the port. This is a 2. If I moved you to Sydney, it's a 7. Maybe that's going to fix you guys better, huh? Or maybe because it's an English fleet, it's not going to get repaired there. Yeah, my wife were finally caught up on. My wife was like, she wants me to watch The Handmaid's Tale with her. So I actually started watching it when we first, I think, got together, and it's become like our show. And I actually like it because if you haven't watched it, it's actually really good. It talks about this dystopian future. I thought it was something about like the 1800s because of the way they dressed, but no, it's an alternate future. I can't tell you what happened, but it's a really interesting story, and it's like really effed up what happens in that, especially to that main character. There's some like really like think Nazi Germany kind of stuff. And think of like life in North Korea kind of thing, in the U.S. kind of thing. It's really crazy. And so we're on like, I think the latest season, and we're watching the latest episode. And I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but one of the main characters had to go in to like escape from like the bad guys. And so I don't want to give out too many. I don't want to give out any spoilers. But basically, what happened was she's trying to like escape from these from the the authority, and I was just like shaking my head at every bad decision they were making. Just like every bad decision that we're making. I just like when you get that opportunity to escape, right? Let's say you're a POW, right? And they're transporting you from one area to another, right? On a road. And you got somehow the chance to escape, right? You do not stay on the road or near the road. You do not go near the rails, right? You stay in the woods, right? Deep in the woods. And you figure out, you know, I understand you probably don't have any land navigation skills, but you can kind of figure things out. You know, there are ways to kind of figure out where you're going, or stay in sight of maybe the rail, but stay deeper in the woods and stuff like that. And take off clothes that are bright, right? Like, I mean, the first thing I would do when I'm in the woods, if I have something that's red and a white cap, I would like just put mud and stuff on that stuff, you know, just to camouflage better, right? So if they have any air assets, you know, I kind of camouflage myself better. Or if there's anybody in the woods looking. And you definitely do not want to go on a rail transport, and you definitely do not want to go on a rail transport inside a liquid container that has milk in it. Like, it was beyond the stupidest thing, like, in the world. Like, you do realize when you go inside this liquid container that has milk in it, right, that when a train moves, it's gonna swish, swash. And that's exactly what happened. And so, like, they were literally, like, drowning in the milk because it was like being in a hurricane, right? And I was just, like, shaking my head. I'm like, you know, there were 2 Humvees right there. You can go inside the Humvee and, you know, bury yourself in the back. Just something. That would have been a better choice. And then they had this thing where, like, she found the, she was like, there must be, like, a drain in this thing. I'll go find it. And she finds the drain within, like, a couple of seconds. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that seems too, you know, easy, you know. But, yeah, I was just shaking my head the whole time. I was like, come on. You know, and that's the thing, like, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but there is a neighboring country, right, where things are not authoritarian. They're not, like, crazy. And it has a big border between these 2 countries. And I'm, like, curious. All right, so instead of, like, hiding away in this farmhouse, right, where you have, you know, some friends, and you're kind of being undercover, right, trying to, like, hopefully nobody recognizes you, that you're just a member of the staff of this farmhouse because this guy is sympathetic to your cause. Why take the risk, right? If somebody recognizes you, bam, they're gonna come after you, right? Why not, I don't know, stay in the woods, right? I don't know, dig a shelter, maybe steal a couple things from, like, a tool shed, right? A shovel, pickaxe, whatever, and go out deep in the woods, build some kind of shelter so you can rest for a day or two. Something. Build traps to get food, you know, like, it might take you a while, you know, to nab a rabbit or whatever with your skill set, but you do not. It's just, you know, it reminded me, and I was telling my wife while we were watching the show, I'm like, they're making, like, every mistake in the book, and they're supposed to be like the resistance, and it was driving me nuts. Like, I was shaking my head the whole bloody time. I have to get another. I can't put them on a boat. Oh, because I think moved them. But yeah, I mean, when I was watching it, it reminded me of there was this movie called, oh man, it's with the guy that is the new James Bond. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's I forgot the name of it. But basically, the movie takes place in Russia after the Germans did Barbarossa, and there were huge stretches of forest where obviously the Germans couldn't go in, right? You know, their objective was Moscow or, you know, Kiev and all these other places, where partisans kind of went inside the woods and, you know, set up bases there to attack German convoys, which is what they did. And there were also people there that the resistance kind of protected. And I was just like, this is where, like, history knowledge comes in, right? If you're in a situation where, like, let's say your government collapses, right, and they're doing some crazy stuff, like they're killing people en masse, you do not stay in your city. You do not stay in your village that's connected to a road. You go out into the woods, into the jungle, right? Form, you know, get as many weapons as you can, get what supplies you can, and go into the woods, right? And then from the woods, you fight back, right? If they have a convoy going from town A to town B, right? You attack that convoy. You attack, you poke, right? You poke the elephant here and there. You don't take on the elephant, but you freaking sting him in a place here that they, you know, he's not expecting. And every time you raid them, right, you get more supplies. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not, like, supposed to stay in a city or a town or stuff like that. You know, I always told my wife, I said, if anything went, like, crazy, you know, and I'm not expecting anything to go crazy, but if anything would go crazy, like, in, you know, in this country, like, this is why you have, like, food reserves, right, that, you know, if the supermarket shut down tomorrow, like, you can survive for a bit. And then you also have means of protection. You know where you're going to go. You know alternate routes on how to get there. You know, obviously you don't take the major highway, right? Like, I remember there was a hurricane that passed through here, right? Everybody took, you know, the highway. And guess what happened? Everybody got stuck. Like, it's just, I don't know, like, the first thing I would do is, like, yeah, we're not taking the highway. We're going to take local roads. The best we'll take is routes, right? Like highway, you know, not highway routes, but, like, you know, the state routes kind of thing. That'll be the most that we'll take. But we're going to stick to local roads as much as we can, because there's not going to be traffic on them. But yeah, I mean, this is where, like, history knowledge comes in. Because if you're ever in a situation, and there are people in this world that are in that situation, I mean, like, there are parts of Asia, right, where, you know, the Ukraine, right, especially with when the Russians invaded, you know, in Africa, in South America, where, you know, there's, like, crazy stuff going on. You can employ the tactics that people used in history, you know, like what the Soviets did to the Germans, you know. That's a really great way of, you know, putting up a resistance. I think what I'm going to do next turn is move this guy, move him here. Where's the road go? This is all jungle. So you're telling me this road's not connected to this road? No, it has to be. I think the road ends here. I'm going to try to get these guys through the jungle and this way, or through here, and then switch to attack there. That's what I'm gonna do. Nice, good job. See, this is how you fight an enemy. Behind the lines. Oh, you know what I just realized? I gotta hit these frackers. Shit. These guys are strategic. I'll move you guys here. And I know they're focused on naval air, but they still have some tactical combat. So I'm going to put this guy here. We'll bomb the crap out of them tomorrow or next turn, whatever. All right, end turn. Well, actually, hold on before I do that. 696. What did I need? I got 2 of you, 5 of you. 2, I need another one of that. 11, 7. Oh shit, I got nobody in the queue. We got 3. Shoot. I got 3 Marines coming in. Dang, that's it. I think I'll order one of these. An infantry corps. Because I'm probably going to need them, right? For a battle here. I only have 2 infantry corps. I'm probably going to need, like, if I land here, I think I like 1, 2, 3, 4 units. If I put 2 corps and the Marines. Marines are 15 strength. Yeah, I'm gonna build one more. And I'll build an armored corps. Oh snap, that's expensive. Look at the American logistics system. Jeez, 3,000. 292. So I just need 300 for a mechanized corps. Keep stashing away that money. Alright, I think we're good. Whew. Yeah, I'll save actually. Oh But you know, I mean, I can't, you know, and going back to like that whole thing of like always having a plan, being prepared. My wife is always things like, hey, you know, things will work out. You know, the government's always gonna be there, and you know, it's not gonna go crazy because she, you know, she has never been through like a Katrina kind of incident. But being in, you know, in the Guard and doing state military, you know. I remember my Air Force instructor, or I think she was Air National Guard, either one. She was talking about like, she actually mentioned this in one of the training sessions. She was like, you know, a lot of people think that the government has these immense resources. Like we have this huge military and then we have all these resources. We can handle anything at any time, anywhere we can throw in. And she was saying like, people don't realize that we don't have unlimited resources, that we can fix anything and everything. It's just like and then this is at the time when we were fighting the Iraq War in Afghanistan. She was like, we are sending forces there. I was like, that by itself is a monumental task in terms of logistics and tactical decisions and things like that. And then that's why she was saying like Katrina was so difficult, because they were pulling forces from overseas to Katrina to assist in recovery operations. Oh, snap. So, I always appreciate that training session, which was like, I don't know, 16, 17 years ago. But it's stuck in my head. All those things that she was mentioning. She was like, you got to realize that we don't have unlimited resources. And she was saying something like, in a crisis, an emergency, I think she says, you're supposed to have enough to survive on your own. I think she said for 2 weeks. Like, you need to be good on your own for 2 weeks. And she says that's typically the amount of time that everybody should have that can self-maintain themselves before they need assistance, before they should expect assistance, kind of thing. So, like, if your power goes out, you should have plans to say, all right, where are we going to stay? Do I have enough food for this amount of time, for this amount of people? Things like that. And, in my head, I plan these things out. Like, I know where we're going to go if, there's going to be a blackout for 2 weeks. And I know, like, hey, this is how much food we have. We'll be good for that amount of time, kind of thing. So, my wife never, even when this whole pandemic thing began, I was just like, hey, listen, we're going to buy up tons of pasta, which we did. Like, we bought tons of spaghetti, every pasta you could think of, because pasta has a crap ton of calories. And all you need to do, you don't want to eat it this way, but you could technically put it in water and just, you don't even need to heat it. You could put it in water. Eventually it'll get soft and you eat it, and it's going to taste like crap, but it still has those calories in it. Obviously, you want to heat it and have some sauce in there, put a little Parmesan and some mozzarella cheese. Oof, that sounds good. I'm actually tempted to make that right now. But anyway, that has a crap ton of calories, and you're good at that point. So we bought a ton of that. And, people were buying, and this is like the stupidity it's hard. Because people were buying toilet paper when the pandemic began. Toilet paper. Are you out of your mind? It's like, well, we need toilet paper. What's gonna, I'm like, dude, if you run out of toilet paper, right? You don't need that much toilet paper, right? For a year, right? You just need enough toilet paper to get you like a month or two, whatever. And worst case scenario, if there's no toilet paper available to buy in 2 months, think outside the box. I know. And there must be non-prior service people that did this. Because, like, one thing you learn in the military, you know how to improvise, right? Like, you know how to improvise. I remember in boot, there were times, like, you didn't have, I'll be honest, we didn't have time sometimes to take to wipe our ass, I'm like, I remember numerous times the drill instructors, would go into the head and freaking, count, like, you got 10, 9, 8, 7, you only have enough time to drop and go. And I remember, like, there were a few times where, like, middle of the night you can actually go and, do a sit-down head call. But I remember there were times, like, there were no toilet paper, like, you gotta improvise and, You find a way to improvise. I mean, like, the first thing that would pop in my head is like, all right, well, I have a notebook with blank pieces of paper. All right? I mean, come on. I mean, it works. It worked. You know, so you got to improvise, you know? Like, no toilet paper. What are we going to do? Like, I remember my wife was, like, worrying, but I was like, hey, what the frack? What's happened here? They came back that fast? I didn't see any attack that happened. Oh. Did you guys see an attack? No, right? Like, I didn't see any attack. I did not see any attack. You didn't give me any battle report. Shit. Shit. And they're now down to 3. That's just fracking great. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. How about a battleship? I know you can do shore bombardment. I just don't know fracking how it's enabled. Do I have to be outside of this? Oh, shit! Okay, that wasn't good. Oh, I don't have any supplies to do a frickin'... What the... I can't... Oh, I don't have enough range for that. And I can't attack. Let's get the frack out of here. Son of a frack. I'm not going to even deal with that right now. I can't believe... It didn't even tell me about that attack. Son of a gun. Come on, guys. Get your shit together. Okay, somebody got fixed here. Alright, good. Crap me, man. Oh, hold on. Dang it, I can't get a good shot at him. I know I could put this guy here, but I'm curious if I'm gonna... I'm curious if I'm gonna get a penalty by attacking from that position here and not being on a road. It's cool that this guy can go all the way down here, though. I have an idea. It just popped up in my head. Check this out. What if I move this guy all the way down here to begin an attack on Bangkok, right? This guy will move up here to hold a defensive posture against any forces they bring down, right? And with the mechanized, and I'll maybe bring him for support, maybe even a unit like this, or even this unit. Actually, no, hold on, stand by. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll leave you here. I'll bring you down. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. This way I'm not stuck here. I'm not going to focus on here because they're digging in tight. The AI is expecting an attack here. But if I move it over here and smash into there, they're going to reallocate some assets into this area. At that point, I'll have a brand new core. I mean, they might even move this guy. At that point, I can begin an offensive here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Hold to the last. The last what? Exercise in rhetoric. Last man, last shell, last foot of ground, last reb. Shit. One-on-one. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I have a division. Come on, when's the next freaking... Oh shit. Oh daggone, I don't have no more British soldiers coming in. Nobody. What's my logistics at this point? 40. And that's not going up. I don't even know how to get the freaking logistics up. No. I don't think I can increase logistics, can I? Oh snap, I didn't know I couldn't do that. Dang, I don't think I can increase logistics. I think what I got is what I got. Alright, well. Oh, jeez. Well, there goes... let's order an infantry division on top. Are you kidding me? Just enough money for that. So I figured the English would have much more logistics. I mean, before this, they were a freaking worldwide empire. You know, I mean, come on. I got one in the queue with that. 432, 60 logistics. Yeah, I'm gonna build an armored core. I mean, I'm gonna need an armored core for... I mean, obviously here is not possible. But for here, it would be mechanized instead of armored. I mean, this seems to be a lot of jungle. I mean, it would work great for China, but I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to facilitate an armored core. I mean, I could probably send the unit all the way to Australia, right? And then move them by rail to here, you know, to here, put them on another transport, and then move them all the way up here. My gosh, can you imagine how long that would take? Literally, that armored core would go from to the other side of the world. I'm not doing that. That's nuts. I'm gonna invest in another infantry corps or marine corps. I think I should probably get interceptors. I think. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, cool. I still have 337 in the stockpile. It's gonna be $300. I'm not gonna spend all my money here. You know what? I should build. I don't have enough money right now to build it, but I should build another carrier for the one that I just lost. Freaking Yorktown too. Can I move you? Maybe no. You don't have enough. Freaking. All right, 9th Corps, you're gonna have to do it, man. Cool. All right. Yes! All right, good. Very good. Can you now? No. Your range sucks, man. Oh, these are air superiority guys, that's why. Escort fighters. I need interceptors, not escort fighters. Crap. Alright, I got the 3rd Corps. I mean, we lost the carrier, but we got this here. Next up, it's gonna be truck, or actually, hold on, stand by. Small port, but it has an air base on it. This is a big port, but I don't see a fracking air base. I thought there was an air base on truck, wasn't there? The port here is crap. This one's a really good port, though. Let me see Tarawa. 2 port, it's garbage. This is a 3 port. And then this one is a 1. Ugh. 3. I don't know, man. Like, I want to take this because it has an air base. I might have to take both, actually, now that I think about it. Marines are at 15 out of 15, 89. You guys got to get up. I'm gonna prioritize you guys. Alright, I think I'm, hold on, where am I? In the, I'm doing 1 hour and 20. I think I'm going to end it here, guys. So, looking, yeah, I'm just going to check over the Chinese front real quick. But, what I'm going to do next is, obviously, I still have 3 carriers, because I still have the Wasp, and I still have 2 carriers here, I think. No, 1 carrier. That's right. All right, so I have 2 carriers in the Pacific, which is garbage, complete garbage. And they last count were at 11, so I'm short 9 carriers, which is a problem, especially since I only sunk one of theirs. I gotta figure out a better way to take out their carriers, man. I really do. And I just don't want to stay idle, you know, in this war. Like, I don't want to just sit by and wait for the Japanese to attack. I want the initiative. I need the initiative. Right? And I feel like if I take these 2 islands, and I know they're very far from Hawaii, but I feel like if I take these 2 islands, we control everything like this, which means I can start doing bombing runs here and supporting the Australians' attack on New Guinea very effectively. And heck, I could even have the, you know, this small fleet come up. Get your stuff together. I'm surprised the Japanese, the AI hasn't moved these units into place here. I would figure they would put maximum pressure, right? I don't know if they're waiting for me to reallocate these soldiers here. I don't think I need them right now. Maybe I should move this guy up. This way when he attacks, he has to go over the river. Jeez. I think we should compress this line here. I want to move this 12th Army up here as a core counterattack force, right? Because they're elite, and once their effectiveness goes up, and I get them up to 30, they can counterattack pretty well. I just need to move maybe this guy there and this guy here. And then these guys over here. That's what I'm thinking. Not really going to lose much. In fact, it would be better. I would be more into supply. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Oh shit, I'm going to give up that city. Yeah, whatever, who cares? Combat 5. Let's see what you got. You're combat 7. You're combat 4. Combat 4. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys. You're gonna come down. I'm gonna have him up here since he's better. Fourth, fifth war area HQ. Mao Zedong 7. Ooh, interesting. All right, I think that's where I'm gonna leave off, guys. I'm actually still pissed off that I didn't see that attack. I mean, this was good though. I mean, I took that island and its air base, so that means the Japanese can't utilize it. I have a bunch of air bases in this area, and which is why I want to bring in more of these aerial assets into the area. This way I can freaking hit the Japanese from land, you know? Not lose ships, but hit their fleet. But the problem is like, let's say, I don't know, maybe if I put like interceptors here, or escort bombers, and I can have these guys hit, the interceptors will assist. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, I think something like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna save it here, and then I think I'm gonna buy something on Steam. Steam has a couple of good sales. There's let me check this out actually. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know, Joshua. Freaking lost the. I keep losing all these fracking carriers. I don't know how many I lost at this point. Freaking, they only lost one. So, I know I'm not signed in here, but there is. Thinking about this one, it's $9.89. I know it's not a strategy game, but this is actually interesting. It's not like anything with zombies or anything, but you have to kind of like survive the cold and, you know, find food, make shelter. This actually does sound really cool. It has really good positive reviews, and I love how this is 67% off. I doubt I can get that any lower. There was actually a documentary on this. It was really good. The other game that I was thinking about buying is like a $5 game. Oh, there's another one. 1936. 1932. Evil Democracy. I was thinking about this, guys. I know it has something to do with like, I know it deals with like elections, and you can kind of change the kind of results or the beginning of World War II. I don't know. I like that the price is, you know, 45% off. Or 35, my bad. But I'm definitely going to get the long dark one. If you guys know anything else that's really good that's on sale, I feel like they're doing a really good Be Castled. That sounds interesting. Thinking about this. I was also thinking about this one. This is in my wish list. I'm more interested, like, I'm in the feel for like a strategy game, but there's really no strategy games on sale right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna probably get the Long Dark. Probably that's the last one. Probably the only one. And then there's another space game that I was thinking it's like $5. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, I'm thinking about that. All right, guys. I think I saved it. Just double check, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See you then.